Okay, we're finishing up the read of the file for the car information. So we have a model, a make, a model. We've changed the sort of the ordering of whether it's a hybrid or not. To deal with that, we have a initial price. We have highway and city miles, and then we have a resale value after 5 years. And what we did was we read all these in, and we made a kind of a change to the is hybrid to pull it in as a string, and then use the Boolean class to kind of change it to Boolean. Okay. And then what we were doing is we wanted to print out whether it was a hybrid or not. And I think we want to say um, whether it's yes or no. Okay. And we can make an if statement out of this. And we can do something like this. We can say string. Okay. Let me pull that back. We say hybrid word. And then we can do this and say if is hybrid. You could say equals equals true. That's one thing you can do. Then we're going to say hybrid word equals yes. Else it equals no. But let me show you something. You can actually write this whole thing in one line. Okay, there's a way to sort of do this, and it was shown sort of in the book. But you go like this. You say hybrid word. It's called is hybrid. Sorry, is hybrid, and you put a question mark in it, and that's like sort of like, is that true or not? And then you would write yes for one side, and then I think you put a colon, and you say okay. You should say no. We're gonna pick this up and say no. Okay. And so this is a way to kind of write an if-then statement in one line, which is actually pretty cool. So let's try that, and we'll leave it over here. Okay, so what it does is it kind of cleans up your code a lot, and that's awesome. And we're good. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the hybrid word, and I'm going to stick it in here. And I'm going to say, instead of is hybrid, I'm going to say hybrid word, okay? And then here I'm going to go percent, and the most this thing can be 3 letters is yes or no, and I'm going to say yes, like that, or a string. And I think we're done. Okay, so now we're going to kind of run it to see what it kind of looks like, okay? Okay, so let's run it. I'm going to turn off the file because I can read it here. Let me clear this out because I've been running it before. And let's see what happens. We're just going to run it right now. So it's going to say, files open, you're all set. Okay, this seems pretty reliable now, so I'm going to turn that off for a future reference. And how many miles do I drive? Let's say I drive 150 miles, and the price of gas is $2.65. Boom. Okay, it looks basically pretty promising. So we have Ford. Okay, we have Fusion. We have hybrid, no. We have purchase price. We got purchase price, looks good. We got fuel efficiency. We got a weird dollar sign. We don't want that. We want to say, here we want to say MPG, I think. Value after 5 years. We got another, it's only worth $42. Right? It's really weird. Figure out what's that going on here. Car price, average fuel efficiency. I know, we'll look at that. That looks sort of weird. And then actually the problem is here is that they're going like line after line after line, so it's not good. So the way to solve that is to put a new line statement here. And let's print them out again. Okay, so let's say I grab 150 miles again, and the price of gas is really price. Okay, so that's sort of better. Let me look at the fuel efficiency. Seems right. Value after 5 years. Something wrong with that. I'll figure out why is that happening. Okay, so let's look at that. Make, model, hybrid is the hybrid word, car price, and that's car price. Average fuel efficiency is that, and the value after 5 years. Okay. Efficiency. Oh, it's because we forgot to put the percentage sign here. That's it. Okay. So you gotta watch out. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're getting the prices right. Okay, and now this is sort of ugly looking, so we want to kind of clean it up. The one thing I know is that Mercedes-Benz is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters, okay? And Rainbow Bright also is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. So 13 is the biggest letter. So I need to, in terms of make, I need to change this to 13. I'm also going to make it negative so that the things pop on the right side. So let's do that. I'm going to say 100. I'm going to say 255. Okay, so see how much better that looks? All right, let's do the same with model. And that's just flat out a negative. Okay. And same for hybrid. Okay. And let me see what we got here. Okay, let's read this. Okay, let's say 100. And 234 this time. Okay, all the hybrids are saying no. That's kind of bad. Okay, this looks actually pretty good though. Except for this one. So we have to give more space to the fuel efficiency. So we make that like 5. Okay. And then, let me see. I guess we'll have to see how it looks. It's looking pretty good. It's the hybrid thing that's causing us trouble. So let me see here. Okay, so what I want to see is what is hybrid here, I guess. Before we do anything. Something like that. Okay. And let me see. I might turn off the whole of this for a second. Okay, so we can just sort of run it. Find out what is hybrid is coming back. Okay. So I still have to answer these questions. Keeps coming back false. Okay. So that's sort of scary. Let me see. If I make car model, let's look at the file for a second. So This should be true. This should be false. True, false. That looks like it should work. So hang on a sec. Let me stop and look at this for a second. Okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. I think actually, if I go like this, instead of get boolean, I want to use the function parse boolean. So I kind of screwed up here. So we'll do that, and then let's look at what we got. Okay. So I'm going to run this. Say okay. 100, 234, and then I get these right values, which is what we're looking for. Okay. So let's see, they correspond to the file. So this is true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, 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 true, true, false. So it's true, false, true, false, 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 true. Wait, let's make sure that's right. So true, false, true. Oh, Mercedes-Benz doesn't have a thing here, so this should actually be here. So I screwed that up. True, false, true, false, false. So it should be 3 falses. Okay, so I'm just going to run this. I'm going to save everything again. Try it. 3, 4. This is true, false, true. 3 falses and a true. Okay, so that's right. Okay, and then now I can go back to this. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to go edit, let me see, source, toggle the comment, which turns it back on. And then this I can just sort of comment out. And I can run it. So let's see what we got here. And hopefully it should be pretty and nice. And it should show you everything that we need. So it's going to go 100, and the price of gas is 234. And then that's what we got going on here. So let me see. Let's look at that. Let's make that nicer. The hybrid shouldn't be negative, but it should have a couple of spaces after it. So it shows up better. And then the purchase price, that looks pretty good. Fuel efficiency looks pretty good. The value after 5 years looks good. Let's run it one more time. You know I'm running out of time. So I drive 150 miles a month, and the price of my gas is $2.34, and that's it. It looks awesome. Okay, so what I'm using is I'm just carefully looking at my file, and I'm carefully looking at what I need to make it look good for people and stuff like that. So that's what we got. So what I want to see is the file looking like this, okay, and the great prices and things like that from your code, okay. And I want to see a little bit of your code as well and see what you did to get the while loop to work. Okay, so we were here. I made a change here. Okay, I added these doubles. I made a couple of calculations, and then I just was super careful with the printf, using printf. Okay, so see if you can get that done, and we will turn this stuff in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.